Hey, it's Saturday morning. I just woke up and I'm hungry and I'm thinking of breakfast. Give me your favorite breakfast item in the comments and I'll pin you to the top if you're first. I like ham and cheese croissants, dude. Ham and cheese, dude. I like eggs a lot though. Omelets are amazing. Oh, you're allowed to do a fast food item if you want also, or restaurant. I don't care, dude. I love Denny's or IHOP if they're like a good Denny's or IHOP, you know what I mean? Sometimes they can really suck. I've seen Waffle Houses around the US, dude. I'm super hungry and I should just be talking about Reddit right now, so let's get to the point. Okay, let's get to Reddit. It's a Reddit reading. Today I learned, posted by Assorted Education 7 hours ago. It's Saturday, by the way. I think I already said that. Saturday, like 10 in the morning-ish, 10 o'clock, Los Angeles area, Pacific Standard Time. Today I learned, like I said, that the Concorde airplane flew so fast. If you left London or Paris in the evening flying west toward New York, to the passengers in the plane, the sun would actually appear to begin rising again shortly after reaching cruising speed. The plane flew faster than the Earth's rotation. Sick. I love that. I mean, I can't imagine too many things can be added from the comments, but let's check it out. Svenigora says, I heard once that they did an eclipse viewing with it, keeping it under the moon's shadow so that it totally lasted more than an hour. That's cool. I like that. Available age 2884 says the 90s were a wild time, apparently. I think that was in response to the other person. A hole in my annulus says London to New York was the best route for the Concorde because most of the journey was over water where there were no people to complain on the ground about the noise. Yeah, so that's funny. I hate air noise pollution, right? Obviously. Hey, just for what it's worth, I don't think I consider myself an ASM artist. The definition has completely been shifted to people who just try to elicit tingles by using things. You know what I'm talking about? This is weird. I just whisper. Alright, just toss me in the whisper bucket if there is such a thing. But, yeah, as a result, I still want things to be like super quiet. That's why I'm bringing that up while I'm recording stuff. And planes are a huge like source of noise, like huge, obviously. Also, trains are crazy. Cars, I'm beginning to be okay with. Motorcycles are still incredibly loud. But the reason I'm bringing this up, why am I bringing this up? Because people were just talking about it being a benefit that the Concorde flew only over water and not over people because of the noise pollution. And something interesting about that is, I don't know if you guys read about it. I found it to be interesting though a few months ago when someone asked Elon Musk about when flying cars, you know, he goes, we already know how to make flying cars. They're pretty much helicopters and it would be way too noisy to apply practically. So no. Crazy, huh? So flying cars are out of the question because they're just too noisy. If someone can figure out the whole noise dampening thing for cars, I think we'd have a game, but not until that. Hey, if Musk can't figure it out, come on, what are you gonna do? Ask Reddit, what's an unspoken rule that annoys you when people don't know about it? I saw this earlier, I didn't click on it though, I want to. An unspoken rule that annoys you when people don't know about it. That was posted by Hacksposed. Blue Shift Glass says, let people know when you have them on speakerphone, especially when your husband, wife, partner, friend, any other human is within earshot. Dude, 100%. Hey, if you have someone on speakerphone, okay, and you don't tell them they're on speakerphone, you're a bad person. I'm kidding, you're not necessarily a bad person, but you need to do that. Now, there is a flip side to that. And people in relationships, people in weird relationships, I'll say that. Unfortunately, weird is pretty much the standard. Know what I'm talking about. If you say, depending on who's calling you, okay, and you're with your significant other, if you actually say, hey, just so you know, you're on speakerphone, that sounds super sus, doesn't it? That's the flip side of this. Yes, I want you to tell me immediately if I'm on speakerphone because I say some outlandish stuff. For example, I don't normally definitely say stuff there in real life. Outside of this, I wouldn't be saying stuff. Obviously figure out the word that I would be using instead. So people are different. People use different etiquette in different situations. So just because you're telling a person that they're on speakerphone, it doesn't mean they're hiding something from you. It just means, hey, little ears. I like that. If there's kids, you can just say, hey, there's little ears around. So people know not to, I guess, curse or something. But yeah, like I said, that's a double-edged sword right there. I want to know, but also make sure your significant other just have a good relationship. There's the life pro tip there. Postmodern nerd says you don't need to attach yourself to the person in front of you when standing in queue. Dude, 100%. Don't touch me. It's like the Police song, Don't Stand So Close to Me. That's 100% for that. Lonesome plum, standing in effing doorways, go in or out, but get the F out of the way. Yeah, 100%. And also, hey, I got one for you, and this is for like the American bunch. I don't know if you have Costco or Sam's Club in Europe or Canada. About 25% of you are from those places. So, hello. I want to. That was for London. What's Canada? Canada's gonna be a hello. There's got to be a Canadian greeting that I'm missing that I have forgotten about. Anyway, straying from the point, it doesn't matter. In the U.S., we have Costco, and depending on the day, you can go when it's really busy. But hey, busy or not, move your cart to the side of the aisle. You're putting your cart in the middle, in the main arteries, in the main walkway, on your way to the tributary aisles. There's people that will literally just like, hey, don't even pull over there. Just get to one of the tributaries. Don't put your cart in the middle of the aisle, dude. People need cart etiquette in supermarkets in general. Where to put your cart. That's something that gets me. And I feel like it's usually the older crowd. I feel like the younger crowd understand it. But for some reason, older people just don't care. They're like, man, I'm over it. I'm done. They just put my cart right over here, wherever. That's mine. That is so I can add to this conversation here. Let's see what. Standing in doorways. Someone said my cat would like a word. That's funny. Okay, this one's kind of a long one. I'll read this one and then move on because it's 6,000 upvotes, so it's probably worth something. Posted by Lady Blythe. What is the pet peeve? What's the unspoken rule according to Lady Blythe? If someone pays for something for you, I'm not talking about as a gift, I just mean we can't split the bill here. So I'll pay and you can pay me your half later. I'll buy both of our concert tickets now and you can revolute me for it later. I don't know what that means. Never seen that before. You really shouldn't make them ask you to pay them back. Ideally not even once, but especially not 2 or 3 times. If I owe someone money like that, I make sure to pay them back as soon as I can and let them know once I've done it. I have a friend who I know is not short on money, but I stopped offering to pay for things for him in situations like the above because he just forgets and makes you ask him 2 or even 3 times before he does it. I really think that's not fair to people. You're putting them in an uncomfortable position. I guess. I don't know how I feel about that. Because, I've learned to just... I learned this, I think, from Oprah Winfrey. Believe it or not, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. If you're gonna lend money, just lend it, consider it gone. And I understand what this person's talking about. It's not lending. You're at an event and you're splitting it for some situation. But at the root of this, why are you paying for it? I mean, you're splitting the bill. Come on, the other person's got a credit card or cash. You can split it. There's some way that you can split it, or that person could give you cash. We're talking about splitting like a restaurant bill, right? So, why can't you split the bill in some way? That person's short on cash, right? Or that person has the credit card, they don't have the credit. What's going on? It sounds like, honestly, at the root, that person can't afford it. And I know this Lady Blythe addressed her friend that's not short on money, but I stopped offering to pay for things for him in situations like the above because he just forgets. Okay, if he's not short on money, then why isn't he paying for the thing there? I don't know many instances that I'm ever in where I'm not able facilitate payment on my half, and likewise for the other person. You always otherwise why are you at that engagement? You know what I'm saying here? Am I a maniac? Am I too caffeinated right now focused on this? Because I take issue with this right here. I feel like the other person just doesn't have the money. If they're not able to pay for it, then don't count on them paying for it in the future. That's my take on it. I'd like to know what other people think about that, though. If I'm coming off as kind of mean, or if it just is what it is. And I don't mean to be mean. What I'm saying is kiss the money goodbye. Don't focus on them paying you back. If they can't pay you back, then they can't pay you back, and that's that. And also, in addition, hopefully don't put yourself in a situation where you're short the money and you can't lend it to them in the first place. In which case, you guys should just be sitting at home watching Netflix, not going out to a restaurant. Okay, I'm moving on. Life pro tips. Don't read any article with someone being slammed in the title. It's designed to make you mad and get on the hate train. Skip the clickbait. You'll be happier. Dude, I agree with this so much. Hold on. Let's wait for this plane to go by really quick. Okay, the plane's gone. Dude, I just ate some Toblerone during that break. Can we talk about for a second how good chocolate is? Oh, my God. Okay. Life pro tip, don't read any article. Oh, we already talked about that. Yeah. You will be happier if you skip the clickbaity titles. Let's click on this. I like this. It's a mod pick too, so that's rad. Who was that posted by? They deserve credit for that. 8,300 and counting. Upvotes by Omnipotent. Got a bunch of awards. Dang Envy says, I get particularly annoyed when a headline says something like Twitter erupts over, and then they cherry pick a few random tweets so they can say whatever they want and pass it off as news 100%, and you're seeing that a lot now. It's getting sensationalized. It's sensationalizing events of people that wouldn't otherwise be provocative in any sense. It's just people that need money. And I think it's really messing with the psyche of public figures. Yeah, it's a problem, and I hope it goes away. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's like 11 a.m. now, and so there's a lot of planes that are overhead, so I might have to can this. This might have to be just like a really quick one, like 10-12 minutes. I'll let you know, though. I wanted to just like keep going. I wanted to just read Reddit. This could be 2-3 hours. I don't care. I'll sit here. I like this. But yeah, there's a lot of traffic. Oh, that's it. The phrase recreational outrage, right? So the people that like to be recreationally outraged are fed that's their food. The clickbait articles are their food, and it kind of perpetuates that cycle. You know what? That's so funny. In a way, we kind of fell for it here. Not really, though, like I said, because it's anti-clickbait, but just talking about the subject itself is kind of a downer, you know what I mean? So yeah, stay happy. What do we got? This is a live stream of some kind of needlepoint, if you will. I'm guessing that someone is doing of 2 lions. Very, very cool. Very cool. No stupid questions posted by I can't think of a name. 872. 44,500 upvotes. Does anyone else stay up at night because that's the only time they can be alone? Do you have any idea? Do you know who you're talking to right now? It's weird that I'm up right now. My functional hours in reality are between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m., buddy. That's the only time I can really get quiet time to do these videos. The only time I can really be truly creative, where I know a phone isn't going to be going off, where someone's not going to be asking me a question. I don't have to respond to any pressing matters. I don't have to respond to any emails. Yeah, that's the golden time right there. I mean, listen to it right now. If you're listening with headphones right now, it sucks out there. You can hear like oh my God, what just revved its engine right there. See, this is why I can't do these Reddit reads. I need a script to stay on course. Otherwise, you can't go to sleep to this. It's impossible to fall asleep to these things. Does anyone else stay up? Yeah, let's find out what people have to say. Unicorn345 says, yep. Very, very nice, very to the point. Unicorn 345, 4,500 upvotes for that. And then Chemistry God in response says 100% yep. My Malamute is awesome says F yep. just adding on curse words. Midnight Cabana. Oh my god, Midnight Cabana is responding to it. What a great name for that. Ton of awards. Doing that. Almost 3,000 upvotes. The sweet glimpse of freedom for those few hours when the world shuts up for a moment. Amen. Let's back out of that one. But yeah, man, 100%. Oh, I love it so much. I'm going to say 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is prime time. I love 3 a.m. so much. We have a damn that's interesting. Emma Scholes saved all of her 6 kids from their burning home, running room to room, floor to floor. Even though she was bleeding and losing skin, hair burnt like coal, she kept going. Emma got 93% burn injuries, yet still survived. Supermom indeed. Yeah, this has been reposted several times, but legend, the adrenaline just coursing through her veins. She did some X-Man type stuff right there. Damn, that's interesting. How the power lines at Lake, here we go, I'm gonna murder this. Pontchartrain. Man, that's not so bad. Louise, let me start over. Damn, that's interesting. How the power lines at Lake Pontchartrain, Louisiana, USA, simply and clearly show the curvature of the earth. Sorry if I murdered your name. I've never heard of your town, lake, before. 10,000 upvotes posted by Casual Philosopher 1. That's badass. I love it. You can clearly see some curvature there. Unless it's an illusion, and that's how the civil engineers made it look. You'll never convince me. I'm kidding. Please understand that I'm kidding. Today I learned that during a 26-year affair with Katharine Hepburn, Spencer Tracy did not divorce his wife. Publicists kept the affair secret outside of Hollywood. Even after he died in Hepburn's presence, they said Tracy had been alone. Out of respect for his family, Hepburn did not attend his funeral. Holy crap. That's wild. 2,300 upvotes posted by WJBC. Shower thoughts, the pew pew thought. That's the person that, the user, the pew pew thought, submitted this in shower thoughts. 7,300 upvotes. Every male in your entire bloodline before you has had at least one orgasm. The same cannot be guaranteed for every woman in your bloodline. Very good, pew pew. Man, I'm really phlegmy. Maybe chocolate's not that good for you. It tastes delicious. But yeah, the dairy's messing with me. This message brought to you by a 90-year-old woman. You should know, if your iPhone gets stolen, do not answer any SMS texts from Apple. Go directly to the Apple Store. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Why you should know, when most people's phones are stolen, they panic and become desperate. This makes them vulnerable to hackers that steal private info, your address, etc. Most people aren't aware of the lengths hackers go in order to steal your passwords. Mine created a fake website that looked exactly like the official Apple website. Wow. My iPhone was stolen by a taxi driver. After I recovered the SIM card, I received a text from Apple, in quotes, telling me that my phone had been used in the last 2 hours and that another SIM card was being used for my phone. I thought it was the thief, so I followed the instructions and clicked the link, which looked pretty legit and looked like the official Apple website. I entered my iCloud and phone password, but nothing showed up. Okay, we gotta go into this actual thing to finish it. Afterwards, I went to the Apple Store and was told that the text message wasn't actually from Apple. The hacker had created a website identical to the Apple website and removed my iCloud account from the phone. There was no way to get it back since I couldn't track it to find my iPhone. The Apple employee told me that I should have 1. Called the cops about my missing phone immediately. 2. Went directly to the Apple Store after the phone was stolen. 3. Never have inputted private information into a random website. To be fair, the website address was something like iCloud.webstore.com. It looked pretty legit to me. Now the hacker has most of my private info, including my full name, address, billing info, phone number. They probably could have accessed all my personal photos and figured out everything about me. I changed my iCloud password. Don't worry. Okay, well, there you know. There you go. Yeah, and then JWill602 says you should know phishing can happen on any device at any time. Okay, first of all, we have to see how long this is. Actually, you know what, guys? I know it's only going to be like a 20-minute video, but I gotta bail. There's simply too much traffic. I'll talk to you guys in the comments. Bye.